great day today. It is Friday. Happy Friday to you. I hope your morning is going well. Today is going to be a Gather Up Your Fragments Friday. Does that sound good? I like to do usually a once a month cooking. That's what I have been doing for this past school year, I'm going to say, just because it makes my life easier. But I found that I don't need to do that as much because I'm not really having to do so much like I do during the school year. Summertime kind of lifts a little bit. We get a little bit more freedom. So I'm planning things different this month, and especially with everything going on in the world, it was a little easier just to kind of go once a month shopping, but kind of plan out my meals each week. Does that sound like a good thing? So I'm gonna do Gather Your Fragments Friday. Give you some different ideas, hopefully different ideas. We probably eat the same thing, but hopefully give you some ideas of things that we're gonna make by gathering up things. I did plan out my monthly menu this month. You can see it's all crossed off, all that, but this was good back in the day when I had needed a lot of structure. Normally I just have a list and I'm like, okay, grab that, wipe it off, or I just know in my head what I have and I just grab it out of the freezer. So I kind of did the menu, kind of planned it out for how things were going, and then for whatever reason this month we had a lot less people at home eating. Greg was at the shop a lot, Evan was working, Lauren was gone. Sometimes the older girls were gone helping Greg, sometimes the little kids were gone over at Greg. So I found that I had so much extra food and I was like, oh my goodness, leftovers, so much leftovers. And so I'm trying to downsize on cooking. That's been a little bit of a struggle, but I'm learning. So I was like, I just need to do way less because we're not eating as much. And so just one of those things I have to learn to do. It's like, okay, I think I've always made so much things, and now I'm like, okay, there's only a few of us eating right now. And so just getting used to that rhythm of doing that. So what I'm gonna do, I started doing like this, and then it was like, we always had leftovers. So I was like, what am I doing? So I'm making smaller portions. That's my goal today. So I kind of went through, I didn't stick to my menu because, like I said, I had extras. So I'm looking at, I'm supposed to go shopping last week and never did, which is good. We don't really have to. I'm down to, Lauren and I juiced everything yesterday. So today's our juicing day. I'm like, I'm gonna get me a cup of coffee and before Lauren even wakes up. And then I'll join her for the juicing drinking for the day. So I'm like, I need to make things that I don't really like or don't really crave. That'll be a whole lot easier today for me, so we'll see. So I'm just thinking, I'm like, I'm trying to plan out things for the weekend. That's what I'll do, make meals for the next couple of days and for the next, few days that I don't have to worry about cooking anything or just preparing the food, because I do want to enjoy this weekend. Hopefully looks like it's gonna be sunny for the first time ever. So excited. So I'm thinking, I just went through my list and kind of picked out a few things that I would like to make, put on my marker board, just gathering up, making it so that we have meals for the week, things like that. So that's what we're gonna do today. Does that sound like a good idea? I'm looking, I'm like, okay. So I just need to make less, gather more. Make less and gather more. So I'm gonna go through and figure out what I have. I could go shopping. Our lettuce is done. I washed and cut off all the yucky lettuce, put it in a bag, and then we didn't eat it yet, so I had to take all that off. And then I have a little bit of that left, but I'm like, okay, we're down to a lot. We still have apples and oranges. We have a pineapple all cut up. We have a watermelon too. I forgot we do have a big giant watermelon. So we have so much. Veggies we're down to. I don't think we have any more veggies because we juiced everything yesterday. So I need to just gather up my fragments and make some stuff so I don't have to go to the store, because I don't have to. We still have food. I mean, nobody's gonna go starving, and it's still good food. I still have a lot of frozen veggies as well. So I'm thinking we will skip the store for food, which is good. That means I just went shopping once this month. Didn't even go a second time around. So that food stretched, and it's still stretching because there's way less eating. So it's gonna be a good day. So my house, I'm looking at it, it's a disaster yesterday. It was busy shopping. I have a big pile of all my stuff I want to decorate with, and I want to decorate, but I'm not going to even touch that. Kids have kind of played all over the house. So there's big giant stuff, tables covered and stuff, and Lauren did all the dishes. Thank goodness, Lauren. We had church last night for the first time in 2.5, 3 months. So we were so excited. On a Thursday, they're gonna have a Thursday service and a Sunday, so we chose to go Thursday, which was awesome. So it was just nice. The kids had youth, and they were just so I don't think I've ever seen more teenagers excited than ever. They were all sitting around just enjoying, laughing, having fun. So it was good time, really good time, really good night. So I'm like, okay, I got it today. I'm like, I didn't do any walking yesterday. I feel bad for that, but it just didn't work out in my schedule. But that's okay. So today will be a good walking day, get some good exercise in. So the cleaning's gonna be on hold for a little bit. I'll let the kids worry about that when they get up. My focus is just gonna be food for right now. Get that part done. I have some school I'd like to do. Cleaning up later on. It's just gonna be a good Friday. And then it's showing 50% chance of rain, which does not mean 100. So I'm gonna go with that. hopefully get to the park, enjoy a good day out. So I'm gonna get my earbud in. We're gonna put on, I think we're gonna do some worship music today. It's a good thing to do. And then I'm just gonna clean up the kitchen area because that's where I'm gonna be at working, and we'll worry about the rest later on. Does that sound good? All right, so welcome to Gather Up Your Fragments Friday. Let's go gather some fragments. You ready? All right, let's get the music on and let's go. All right, so I went through my freezers and my refrigerator and I gathered up the fragments and the things that I want to use today. So what I'm going to do first, in my microwave over there, I got out containers that I had in my freezer. Here's a frozen cheese, but I had frozen homemade refried beans. So what I'm going to do, each weekend I like to have like a, let's say, special treat. Like we did spinach dip the first week. The second week we did that bean dip, the cowboy caviar. And so this week I was going to do nacho taco dip. So this is something we've eaten for a long time. We've kind of revamped it over the years. My mom used to make it. It was so good. And she would use cottage cheese and cream cheese. Mix those two together till they were like almost smooth. Spread that in the pan. And then she did ground beef with taco seasoning, salsa, lettuce, cheese. That's what I grew up, and I love it. Delicious, so good. And then we've kind of revamped it because meat was expensive when you have a big family, so we started using refried beans because it was cheaper. And so then I was like, we looked up a couple recipes because I didn't have cottage cheese at the time, and we found sour cream. So we do like that. So I'm gonna make this one, it's gonna be refried beans in the bottom of your pan, and then just spread them out, however much you want. And then I'm gonna mix sour cream with a little bit of ranch powder, and a little bit of taco seasoning. So it's kind of got a little bit of this. I'm gonna do part of it because Jaden can't do any dairy, and then she can have part of it too. So we'll put that on there, and then we'll put some a jar of salsa on it. I have a little bit of lettuce. I gotta kind of pick through and pick out the kind that I can use, and I'll put some cheese on top, and then that can just be a cold, scoop it out taco dip. So that's gonna be just a half for the weekend. We're also gonna do nachos tonight, so we're gonna have two. So tonight's dinner is gonna be nachos because we haven't had nachos yet. I'm like, I have this stuff to buy. I haven't bought a can of cheese, haven't even used it. I'm gonna be using these. We can go through meat. Like, I feel like this is not much nacho cheese, but you could pretty much use one, and that'll, if you just kind of ration out your cheese, and that's plenty of cheese. I will do two, so we have a little bit extra, and then I'm gonna do, I pull out some hamburger. I've got two of these here. I'm gonna make more because Evan will be here one day, and I know he likes tacos. So I'm gonna make the hamburger for that with taco seasoning, just heat it up. And then, like I said, I have a tiny bit of lettuce I can chop up. I can chop some onions up, and we've got salsa. And there's nachos for tonight, which will be good. I got a lot of chips, so that's gonna be good. So we're gonna focus on that first. For breakfast, I pulled out a little thing of oatmeal from yesterday, and we have Lauren's wonderful juicing things. So we'll have the orange juice mixture this morning, and then I have breakfast burritos in there that they've been thawed in there, so we'll definitely eat those up today. So that's my first focus, is the nacho meal, focusing on that. All right, the reason why I pulled that chunk out is because it was still kind of frozen. So put that in the pan because that's gonna be dinner. So this is it. I'm gonna mix up my sour cream, ranch, and taco seasoning powder. All right, so I totally failed because I was supposed to keep the cheese off the one side. I turned my pan so the cream cheese was on this side, or the sour cream, and not this side, and I put the cheese on this one. Sorry, Jade. Oh well. So, I guess you'll be eating this. You can add more, make this way more thicker. I'm just gathering fragments and doing a little less because lettuce is fine pickings. There's not a whole lot in there. And then you can put on this, you can chop up some olives and put on top. You can put some tomatoes on top, some green onions. My kids just don't like those, so I'm not gonna put them on there. Cheese is frozen, it'll melt. So this is gonna be just to kind of munch and eat this weekend with some chips. So I've got over here my taco meat. I put that out when I did my taco seasoning, so now that's done. All right, let's wipe this mess up. All right, so I'm focusing on getting my, let's shut this, Amy. We're gonna close it. So I'm gonna focus on my dinner, which will be finished. So I have the refried, so my nachos will be cheese. So I'm putting this in a glass dish, they're frozen. All I have to do is microwave that today. The meat's cooking, the beans are done. Salad, I might, there's a little bit of green here. I'm gonna try to chop up a little bit more of this so we can use that. And then we'll put salsa on top. So that's dinner. Dinner's done. Oop, mark that off. So I'm gonna mark off my list over here. I will mark this one off. The taco dip off. So next, what I'm gonna do is make, I'm thinking, do I need my pressure cooker? I don't need my pressure cooker for anything else. So I think I'm gonna get my pressure cookers filled for tomorrow, even though I won't cook the food. So then tomorrow all I do is put them in the pressure cooker and turn them on. So I'm gonna make macaroni and cheese. We really enjoyed the macaroni and cheese we had last time. Well, I gotta think for a minute. We really enjoyed the one we had last time where it was, I basically used the cheese cubes, the sharp cheddar cheese. They love that. And I'll use a little bit of the nacho cheese. I think I used half a container, so I'll probably do that. And then made some powdered milk. They thought that was the best tasting mac and cheese ever. And then we're gonna make a Hawaiian chicken. So I'm gonna take some chicken breast here, put them in my pressure cooker with, I think it was pineapple and Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue, from what I remember the flavors. I'm gonna look that up. So that's gonna be for my next thing for tomorrow's dinner. So I looked at my Hawaiian chicken recipe. I'm like, I think I'm gonna do mine a little different. So basically I have my chicken. We have some pineapple rings. We're gonna use Sweet Baby Ray's sauce and some coconut milk in a can. I've had this for a little while and I'm like, I need to use this up. So I think I'm gonna mix the barbecue sauce with a little bit of the coconut milk, and that'll be my sauce. Put some onion powder in there. Make some flavor, maybe garlic. Can you put garlic in pineapple chicken? I feel like you need to. I mean, garlic wasn't it? Garlic and pineapple though. We'll see what it tastes like. So I'm gonna mix those two up in the bottom of my pan. This is gonna be my pot. I'm gonna put in the refrigerator for tomorrow. I'm gonna put some pineapple rings on the bottom with a little bit of the juice. And then I basically will put the chicken breast on top of that and then pour the sauce over all of it. Cover it, put it in the refrigerator, and that's gonna be Hawaiian chicken. Then we'll put it in the pressure cooker tomorrow for dinner and all that good stuff. So that's my gathering fragment chicken. Okay, so that tastes really good, the coconut milk and the barbecue sauce. So I'm thinking I need to add, let me turn my torn wheels this thing in my ear. Let me add a little bit of brown sugar. I know, sugar, but that's good. Into the bottom here, I'm thinking to sprinkle some with that pineapple. Just a little bit, like I'm taking, I don't know, a quarter cup. I'll show you what it looks like. Just like that, to kind of sprinkle it on there. I think that's gonna be good. That'll coat the chicken. All right, so then this little mixture, I put onion powder in it. I feel like I wanna add a little bit of garlic. So let me do that. This is a new concoction, that's how you make things. So I'm gonna add like a spoonful, one spoonful here. About this much, tablespoon. And we're gonna put that in here and stir that up. I think that's gonna be good. Let me wash this hand. Okay, so my innermost being wants to say, pour the rest of the barbecue sauce in, Amy, just gather those fragments. But it's still a half a bottle. So I'm gonna put this in the refrigerator because barbecue sauce will last. As much as I want to pour it in there, just make it all and just make too much, but self-restraint, Amy. So, and then I've got a big giant tampon bag of chicken from Walmart. This was the better deal, I think, out of it. So all I'm gonna do is put these, they're frozen, and that's okay, they can be frozen. put these and layer them in the bottom of my pan. The number to figure out how many. I guess I'll think of one per child, even though they probably will not eat a whole one. How many kids do I have? 4, let's see, 5, 6, and then we've got Lauren. So I always count the lower half. 6, Lauren, myself, Greg. I don't know, I don't think Evan, is Evan here tomorrow? I don't know. I'll do one more. That's good, okay, stop. And then I'm gonna pour the sauce on top, wash my hand first, and put the rest of the barbecue sauce in the refrigerator for another time. All right, so my meat back here is cooking away. The water is ready for me to add the macaroni, so I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna change the battery out here before I add my chicken. All right, let's add some pasta. We'll scoop out some cups here. I always do too much of this too. Hope that doesn't explode. Let me pour this over top and change, then I'll change the battery. All right, I'm gonna make some macaroni and cheese now. The chicken's in the refrigerator. So macaroni and cheese, super simple to make. You can make it homemade. You can make like where you can make a base to thicken it, where you do butter, and then melt that on the stove, add a little bit of flour to it, make like a thickener, and then add your milk to it, and it'll thicken up. That's a good way to do it too. Highly easy, because I don't like taking that step to make that. I will. But what I'm gonna do is make some powdered milk, and then add a little bit of nacho cheese, canned cheese, to the microwave thawing. So you can make your macaroni and cheese if you don't have like milk. Like we don't have any milk. We have almond milk and it's flavored, so that won't be good in here. And then so hard to tap and hear something. So what I'm gonna do is make powdered milk. So I have a humongous container of powdered milk. You can get powdered milk for the end of the month when your regular milk runs out. You can make it to drink. If you make it and mix it and set it in your refrigerator, get out of there. You can make it, mix it up, put it in your refrigerator in like a ceramic craft, or like a ceramic one is going to make it taste. I think the metal ones too, the stainless steel ones, make it really cold. Then it's not too bad to drink or have with cereal. It's just thin. It's more like skim milk. So that's a good option for you for drinking milk. But if you don't have milk, you can also use powdered non-fat or powdered coffee creamer. Not the flavored, obviously, but plain. That makes a really creamy mac and cheese. Like I made that one time, and the kids were like, because I didn't have any milk, and the kids were like, "This is the best tasting mac and cheese ever." So when you go to the stores and you buy stuff, macaroni and cheese, it's not made with all natural stuff. So powdered coffee creamer, genius. And then if you don't have a lot of flavorings, you can add chicken bouillon, just a little bit to it, and that'll help spice up that flavor as well. So I'm gonna mix, I have onion powder, and I'll do a little salt and pepper in mine. So what I'm gonna do is this cheese right here was going bad. For whatever reason, kids stopped eating cheese, which is fine. So I have all these cheese cubes. I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I froze them. And they make really good mac and cheese. This is sharp cheddar cheese. So what I'm gonna do is, my noodles are boiling. Let me stir them. They're almost to the point. I don't want them done because I'm gonna heat this up and cook it tomorrow. So I'm gonna put my powdered milk together, water. It's about a cup of water to a third of powder. So just kind of have it in your head. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't, because it's just powdered milk. And so I'm gonna add about 1.5 of these. That's about good. Add my milk, that's about 3 cups of that. I might add more. Mix this up, add a little bit of the nacho cheese, the rest I'll put for our nachos. Add the cheese cubes, and then I add my noodles that are not finished yet. Onion, salt, and pepper for flavoring, and then just cover it. And then it'll kind of bulge up tomorrow. And then when you heat it up, you have to heat it up slowly so it doesn't burn. And then, but you want more liquid because it's gonna absorb. So think extra liquid when you put this all together. Like I'll wait to make sure it's enough when I add the noodles. You wanna make sure that you see your noodles, like with the water coming up through the noodles. Does that make sense? And then that way you know you'll have enough creaminess. If you don't see any liquid, it's just gonna suck it all up, and then you're not gonna have any flavoring. So this is how I'm gonna do mine. Mine's frozen, so I'm scooping it out. If you don't have that kind of cheese, you can use like Velveeta cheese or a little canned jar cheese, either one. So, all right, let me keep going. I think my noodles, these should be ready. All right, so mac and cheese is done. Mine, you can see that. You can really see the liquid through. Look at, see how you can see it completely? Like there's a lot of liquid, but my noodles are not cooked all the way. So it depends on the cooking of your noodles. These are definitely way still hard. Let me demonstrate the thick. Oh yeah, super hard. They have a lot more cooking to do. And the temptation to pour the rest of this cheese in there, I'm like, but guess what? I have another package of, I'll have another mac and cheese dish, which is awesome. So put this back in the freezer. And then I'm gonna get a cover on this and put this in the refrigerator. And then I got dinner for tomorrow. I said, my dinner for tomorrow done. Mark it off my list. It's going good. It's still early. All right, we're moving right along, which is a good thing. We love to keep moving forward. So now what I'm gonna do is make up some more of that Jello salad. Remember my Jello salad? I made it last week. Failed on it. It was like liquid, like thick, like thinner, and I was like, that's not weird. So they really enjoyed it. The kids are like, do we have more Jello? I'm like, no. So I'm gonna make one more batch of that up because I have it, and it'll just be a dessert for any kind of dinner. So I'm boiling my water, and then I'll mix it up. But what I'm gonna do first, I got on my cast iron, I'm gonna cut up some onions and fry them because I really enjoyed eating the, I know today's gonna be a juicing day. We'll see. Maybe juicing part of the day and then dinner at night. So I'm thinking I like the flatbread taco, those flatbread pita things I had with some hummus on it, and I love the caramelized onions on it with some artichokes and tomato. It's good tasting. So I think I'm gonna chop up 2 onions and just fry those over there. That's good to do. And then I got some veggies chopped. I'm almost getting there. So I'm gonna do that next. Check up some onions so I can cook them over here and just saute them. Put them in a container, put them in the refrigerator for later. So, and then we'll boil water, we'll mix up our Jello to get it set so we can add the rest of the ingredients later. But my onions here, you see me putting the skins, I'm not putting them on the floor. I have a trash bag here holding on to the side of my, I just put it over the edge of my drawer because my trash can is really full. I don't want to take the trash out right now, and one of the kids will do it. Like Evan usually does the trash, so there's nobody's up yet, which is fine. So instead of taking the trash out, I'm just gonna stick it right here so I don't have to worry about taking it out. In my dream kitchen, I would have like a hole cut out in the counter where you drop it. Oh, goals, people. But no complaining, just stick it on the side of your drawer. All right, put this over here so we can saute it. Now I'm gonna do, while that's, my water's ready, I'm gonna add my Jello powder here. I did half of this. 1 canister is 6 boxes. I'm gonna do this whole thing with, okay, that would be 12 cups of water for a normal thing. We're gonna do about 6 cups of water because that's better. So I'll probably do like 3 of the hot, and then I'll add the pear half, mix it in, so that way it's nice and thick. It'd be like adding a packet of unflavored gelatin, but this was $1.29 for all of these, so that's pretty actually cheap because they're about 40 cents a package. They were costing about $2.40, so I saved about half by buying this, and it's name brand, which is awesome. So I'm just basically just gonna pour this whole thing in my mixing bowl. There's a scooper in here, and then add my water to stir. In the freezer and not forget it, and I'll grind up my pears in the blender and pour it in some schools. Now what I'll do is get my blender out and blend up those pears. Don't mind me, I cannot find my lid. It's somewhere over here among others. I'm looking, I'm like, where's the lid to the blender? There's just too much stuff out, so. All right, we're doing good. Next up, maybe I'll do pancakes? Let's see, maybe the girls wanna do pancakes. Let me do this. I think I'll chop up my watermelon and my pineapple and just get that done. We still have watermelon from the first week we went shopping, so this has lasted 1, 2, we're going on the 3rd week, right? Yeah, it's on the 3rd week actually. So that's actually really good, like 3.5 weeks, and not having it's still fresh. So I'm gonna chop this up. Some of you sent me a video how to cut it up properly. I wasn't able to click on it, but I saved it, so I just need to go and type it in. I just didn't do that yet. So I'm just gonna chop this up, put in a bowl, because we will eat this. All right, let's get some more. I'm just moving around the stuff. Let the kids will help with dishes. That'll be part of the chores. So I'm just gonna do the food. Let's chop some watermelon. Now, after 3.5 weeks of being at my house, still nice and hard, not yucky. These were good watermelons. Sam's Club was a winner this year. All right, so the next thing I'll do is popcorn. We love the popcorn. I love using my Salbury popcorn popper. Greatest thing ever. One of you guys told me about it. It's like $12 on Amazon. I found my blender lid inside the popcorn popper. So one of you guys told me about it, and I'm like, because we always did an air popper because it's healthier, but it still tasted like air, right? And you're like, okay, you're just forced to eat it, and you just learn to like it. But my husband loved microwave popcorn, even though it's bad for you. So I'm like, what do I do? Sacrifice taste for goodness? Well, then you guys tell me about this. Greatest thing ever. Salbury. I've got a link in my Amazon store for it. It's amazing. And then someone told me about coconut oil in popcorn. Genius. It tastes like movie theater popcorn. Not kidding. Someone told me to use bacon fat. I haven't used that yet. Maybe the next time I cook some, I'll do some bacon fat. Okay, I just totally added the butter when I was, hold on a second, I'm talking, not paying attention. Someone told me to use bacon fat for the grease. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I gotta put this on the top. So this is good. Put it in my microwave for 3 minutes, 20 seconds. I'll get a big giant container. We like popcorn. It's something we enjoy eating, so I'll just do a huge tub. I might even do 2. Maybe I'll just do 1, because I'm gonna do some cookies too. No bake cookies again. Let me put this in here. So the popcorn, I can just keep making and rotating and doing that. So the next thing I'm gonna do is do no bake cookies. First, let me go check my Jello just in case it's done. Okay, it is ready. So let me wait on the cookies real fast. I know how to add this to my blender. I'm gonna have to turn you towards the messy kitchen. Someone asked me to give them a wide range of what I'm doing. I'm like, that's good, but you're gonna see this whole mess. I wash as I go, so I just stack those dishes because the kids will put them away. That's a good job for the kids to do, so I don't need to put those away. So kids will be doing that soon. So I'm just gonna add this. This was 3 cups of water with the 6 packages, and this is probably 3 cups. Is there a measurement on here? You never know if they're like in different measurements. This is 3 cups in here. It looks like 3 cups. So I'm just gonna pour this in here. Look at that, delicious. Put this in the sink. Put my lid on because I have it now. Blend this up real low. Okay, so now the key is add your whipped cream in there without exploding. All right, so I'm just gonna add whipped topping. You can make homemade whipped cream. I just bought this. It was 99 cents, I know. I'm gonna put this in carefully, mix it up. Oh yeah, it'll work. This is a pretty dish to make for like holidays and stuff. I bought that Jello for Easter. We never ate it, so I'm using it and gathering those fragments. All right, that's right to the top. Popcorn's popping. All right, well, the trash can right here. Lick this because it's good. Not as good as homemade. I need to make some homemade. Okay, I'll do this really low. I like that, didn't I? I want to snap that. Okay, let me do this. I have a plan. Just push that down because it's a little thicker once it stay on top. I just need to help it a little bit. All right. Let's turn that on now. Did it. All right, get my bowl out. We're gonna pour it in here. Pour this in here. Some Jello. Look at that. All right, we got our good pair of Jello. It'll be nice and thick. I know it will be. Let me cover this. Get the plastic wrap out, Amy. All right, let's cover this. Put this in the refrigerator. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna wash this up. Actually, first, let me drop my popcorn. That got a little burned. I knew I should have stopped it. A little bit of burn, that's okay. It's like 3 minutes, 20 seconds, 3 minutes, 10 seconds. I always mess up. The next batch will be better. So put your coconut oil in there and scoop the seeds. Half a cup is good. And then the butter, salt stuff. You can just buy salt, that's better. This is maybe either butter or salt. I just like the salt, but I didn't find it. So, okay, put this in and I'm gonna do a quick wash of this dishes. And something I wanted to do was my spaghetti squash, but I have to make it in my pressure cooker because my oven is still not fixed, which is fine, just haven't gotten to it yet. So I'm not gonna make this, I'll put this out so I remember to like next week make it. It's good to put a hole in the oven, turns out just the same I found, but I'm thinking in the pressure cooker after I cook my food tomorrow, maybe I'll make it Sunday or Monday. All right, let's wash up real quick. All right, clean that mess as you go, makes life so much easier. I like burnt popcorn, anybody else? I'm breaking my juicing fast. Lauren's not here, so I'm gonna do this. I like burnt popcorn. Okay, I'm gonna look at my recipe for these things. What do they call them? No-bake cookies. Last time I made them, they were a little bit too much, or put too much dry, so I fixed that recipe. And we'll make those again. So on my website, I try to save all the recipes that we've done. I mean, I try to. I haven't updated a lot of them just because I don't blog anymore. But we'll get there. But I did update this because that was a wrong number, right? The wrong number for oatmeal. Kids like these. They ate them. That was something we did eat this weekend. All right, so I'm going to double 3 cups, 6 cups of oatmeal. I have a lot of oatmeal. If I did 9 cups of oatmeal, that'd be 3 sticks. I'm going to do 9. I'm going to triple this recipe. That'll be good. All right. This batch is going to be done. Let me flip this, and then I'll start making cookies. Hot. It gets very hot, so be careful. One batch it won't, but if you do multiple batches, it definitely gets hot. Use your fingers. All right, let's put another batch in. I think I do it 4 times, and that gives it a nice big container of popcorn. Because we have some chips, we'll have nachos, we'll have cookies. I have those dirt cup popsicles still. I didn't even make my other batch because we have so many of them. Like I said, downsizing. Bet you my grocery bill next month is gonna be like way less. I know it's gonna be, so I'm gonna put this back in. So gonna be good. Okay, let's get this in here. I got my recipe here. I'm gonna just mix all my ingredients in here. Move this all over. Do you wanna come back up here, or what should I do with you? I'll bring you right. Can I leave right there? I'll leave right there and talk. So yeah, so my groceries, I'm thinking, I still have a lot of meals. You saw my fridge, I have plenty of stuff. Not worried at all. I usually go once a month anyways. Not anyways, I don't buy just to waste it, because we do, the things I waste are like lettuce, not other stuff. So I might go hit the discount store because we've not been there at all. See what they have. See if they have meat and stuff that I can put in my freezer for when do run out, so we'll see. But let me mix this up in here with some sugar. All right, so I got a humongous container of popcorn, and I have to share Lauren's here, but I'm not gonna put her on camera because she woke up.
Because I look like
this. So the first thing she woke up, she saw the onions, and she's like, ooh, and she's like, can I have one on my cake? Can I have one? She's like, no, can I have one? And I was like, oh, you mean like our whole juicy day? And I said, yeah, I had that, a bunch of bites. I had some popcorn. I tasted all my stuff today. So yeah.
That's good.
So then she started making she got the juice, and I'm like, oh, yummy. You know, I had a couple bites of oatmeal
Yay.
too. So
Juice.
so then we started, I was like, it tastes good, but we pulled the orange one. I think it's orange and
it's
lemon.
orange, lemon, and
Cucumber, right?
yes.
So then we're like,
No celery.
was it celery?
I think it was cucumber because no, we brought cucumber now.
Yes.
Celery.
So we were thinking, we're like, this will make it delicious. And she's like, why don't I just make it into a smoothie? I'm like, you know, great idea. I said, then add some frozen strawberries to it too.
And
It's kind of like juicing. Then she had some ice to it. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I have some pineapple left over from my Hawaiian chicken today. Pour that in there too.
so we got a whole lot of stuff.
So we got a lot of fruit is what our day is.
So is that? But there's veggies in.
So I feel like we're eating better because
Is there veggie in there?
we're eating the whole
The
cucumber.
cucumbers in there.
I feel like we have frozen vegetables, frozen, so it's good.
I think this is good.
So now we're doing smoothies. So this is what it looks like.
So that it's kind of like, it was more of an icy before I put the pineapple juice, the pineapple in
It's
there,
good.
and now it looks delicious. It has
It
the
tastes better.
acidic in it, but it tastes delicious.
That tastes like cucumber, but it tastes good.
I think juice steak and popcorn is a really good meal.
It's delicious, along with fried onions in the morning, because that is so good. But we're so slow in here.
So delicious. Okay,
So juicing 101 all day long didn't last past, I don't know, whatever time I started working, because I was
Hey,
like,
we're starting now.
we're trying. That's right on from the whole day after we eat those
You had
delicious onions, because they're
Taste
so
your
good.
onions.
Because they were so good, and then I had to eat a bite of oatmeal just because I needed some.
That's not good for you.
Oh, it's good for you. So
Not when you're juicing.
So I'm sorry. And then I ate watermelon because watermelon is delicious after 3.5 weeks.
That's a good habit to have.
It's good.
That's a good habit.
It's great. So
You at least ate
I
healthy.
did. It's no judgment, Lauren.
No judgment.
All right, so I'm gonna go over here and show you the cookies as we boil those over there, and then kids are having breakfast burritos and the delicious smoothies. We're eating healthy. It's good.
Kid.
All right, so now I'm gonna make up the cookies. I had to laugh. I was sitting over here and I scooped it all out, and I took a big old bite of it. I said, sorry, Lauren, texture for the day.
One more.
She's like, I want one. So yeah, but it's just good cookies. So this is good. We've been drinking this. So what I'm gonna do is mix up some pancake mixture for the weekend to have. So you guys told me we had the funfetti mix and it was really good. So someone said all you do is add jimmies, which I think these are called jimmies with, you know, Christmas stars in them and Christmas trees. So
Jimmy's?
that's what they're called, the straight line ones.
Oh.
This is as close to jimmies as I have. Will that be weird? The big things, that might be chunky. All right. Camera died, had to get a new one. So what I'm gonna do, I was gonna do those jimmies, those Christmas ones, and Lauren's like, you can't put those big giant stars in there, pick them up, but there's like Christmas trees and stuff.
Maybe, by the way.
Funfetti pancakes.
Oh, fun.
So I bought it and someone said all you do is add jimmies, which I found these ones from grandma. There's just a very tiny amount that's like a handful. So we'll have a very small amount of funfettis because I feel like if you bite into a big giant Christmas tree, that might not be good on pancakes. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna add, I wonder if the bunnies would go in there. You think those would, that's the same texture, right?
You need the, yeah, the buddies, that's what I'm saying.
The bunnies, so we'll do bunnies in this and see how it works. We're just gonna mix in the pancake batter. I'm gonna add a little bit of vanilla to it because that's what the funfetti would be, just a little more flavorful. Mix it up with milk, put it in a bowl here, and then I'm gonna cook it over here on the stove. 1 second. All right, so that just added mixed funfetti pancakes. So probably just the straight ones would be better, but we're gonna have bunny ones. So I'm gonna heat the griddle up over here, put some oil on it, and make some pancakes. All right, so pancakes are going. Maddie wants to flip them, so they turned out better, thicker. Just added the right liquid this time. So what the last thing I'm gonna do for food is make up some whipping cream for my coffee because it's really good. This was the leftover from the soup. I'm just gonna pour this in the bowl, put a little bit of sugar, whip it up, and then I just have to go downstairs to the freezer and get some English muffins out if we decide to make individual pizzas for lunch if we need them, but I won't make them in case we don't eat them. And then I'm gonna go get bagels, however you say it. Bagels, however you say it down there. I say bagels. Get those out so we can have that for quick breakfast as well. So I'm gonna whip this up right now.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right, got good whipped cream for coffee tomorrow. I feel like this is included in the juice fest because it's liquidy.
That's so.
It was liquid turned thick state,
What
Lauren.
are you even doing? You're cheating.
It's cheating's good.
You're making.
I'm making my juice. Now it's a juice. It's liquid.
Juice.
This is really good. So, all right, now the cooking. Lauren, Maddie's doing the pancakes over here, getting them done. Next thing we're gonna do is clean everything up, and then I just have to go downstairs pick up those few things. So, cooking, gathering fragments is done. Maddie made all these pancakes. They're funfetti. Are they good, Maddie?
Yeah,
Oh, they're delicious. So I'm putting these away for the weekend. All right, so we got all of our food done. What did I make? Let's bring it along to see what we make. Okay, I know the treat in the pantry is the big giant thing of popcorn. That's all we got in there, but that's okay. We got a big thing of popcorn. In the refrigerator here, there's still leftovers up here. Leftovers, watermelon cut up. There's our juicers. This is gonna be lunch today, the sliders. There's pineapple and there's Jello back there. I had them bring up English muffins for pizzas this weekend, and bagels to eat for breakfast are right there. So I might take this right here. This is sausage and a little bit of ham. Someone mentioned about making egg roll in a bowl with the leftover cabbage because I have this. I don't think I'm gonna use it for anything. So I'm gonna put on my list to make this up maybe this weekend if I feel like. If we don't eat that with this, it's got ham in it, but maybe I can chop it. Egg roll in a bowl with ham. I don't know, we'll see. And there's, what's this stuff called? Whipped cream. All right, and then in here we've got a big container of pancakes that we have for whole breakfasts. Back there is the, I think that's mac and cheese. Mac and cheese back there. These are still potatoes. I gotta use these up somehow this weekend. Those are all the sliced potatoes I did this week, and we never did them. I can't open it, but anyways, chopped up potatoes. Then there's nacho taco dip for snacking. Back there is the chicken. That's it. I know it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but that's enough meals. And then, oh, over here, dinner. All the nachos. We'll have nachos tonight. Tomorrow will be the Hawaiian chicken and mac and cheese. And then I'm just gonna kind of see like what we eat up. Saturday could be more nachos. It just depends on how we eat or what we decide to do, because we might just grab hot dogs and go swimming if it's nice. We'll see. But I know there's still fried rice in here. I really like that. There's some more soup in here. And like I said, I'm gonna make a list right now, but egg roll in a bowl while I'm talking to you. Let me get my mark. Egg roll in a bowl. That way if I wanna use that, I will. So, all right, then that's good. So what I'm gonna do now, and then what else? Oh, the no-bake cookies. We put the no-bake cookies away as well. So no-bake cookies are done too. Forget about all those. And then we have those dirt cup popsicles. So food is set. Kids, we did chores. We cleaned everything up. The whole house is cleaned up. We did, the vacuums are going right now, and I have laundry. So I'm washing my bedding and everything's cleaned up. I won't share that with you because this is just Fragment Friday. But I'll tell you fragments of my life. How's that sound? And then what I'm gonna do now is go do some school with the kids. There's summer school stuff that we do. So we did Maddie this morning. Now I'm gonna go and do Jensen's, and then I'll have Stevens, and then I'll see what we do for the rest of the day. So I got my, I feel like I have chocolate in my face, sparkling probiotic drink. This was really good from the discount store. And then I'm gonna drink this up while we do their school, get the floors vacuumed, wash laundry. It's super hot out. It'd be a great day for the pool, but I know it's not open. Ooh, but it might be a good day for the river. We're just gonna see. I don't know. We gotta watch the weather. You just never know. So, all right, let's go do, I'm gonna go do, you're not gonna come. I'm gonna go do school with Jensen and get his done. and I'm gonna see you guys with what we do next. All right, so I've actually been working on my video here for the last couple hours. We did all of our cleanup and I started doing laundry. It was the day that I put way too many towels in the washer because the washer just kept filling because I have one of those, don't mind that hanging up there.
What?
I washed this blanket and you can't dry it, so it's hanging up there. I haven't gotten that. Here's all my stuff. My stuff to decorate. I'm surrounded by it. Just don't mind the background. Let's turn you this way. So the towels were the ones where I overloaded the washer, and then like it's energy efficient, it senses like how full the washer is, so it just kept filling up. It literally took 2.5 hours just to do one load. I was like, oh my goodness. So I did that. I waited for that while I started working on the video here, and I wasn't sure how long it was going to be today because I only did food, and I'm like, is that going to be like anything in here? And then I realized that it's already at 45 minutes, so I'm like, I don't feel bad not adding, so let me go walk outside here. Wow, it is so nice outside. I haven't been outside yet. This is the day for the pool. It's not open yet. So it was just like waiting forever in a day for the laundry, so I threw one load and then I was like, oh my god, look at all the kitty cats. Well, hello pretty kitty, getting all dirty. It's a nice day, isn't it? Oh, it's a great day. It's actually really nice. There's a nice breeze, warm. It's getting there. We're getting that rain, that storms are going away. So back to laundry. Got laundry, got my second loaded now finally. Actually, I did one load. I did my bedding, but that went real quick. I bleached it. And then, let's sit you right here. I feel like that stone was way too high. If I step back, there you go. So I bleached my bedding, move the cord, bleached my bedding, and then I did a load of towels, and those towels overfilled. So it took forever, and I was like, oh. So, got my second load of towels in now. Way less, and then I'll throw in a couple loads of laundry. I did some earlier in the week, so I won't have so much today. So it was good. I didn't show any of that because I'm like, today let's do Fragment Friday. Try to focus just on food, maybe add more if I can, but it's not a whole lot. And then I took my picture that I got and I put it up on the wall to show Evan, and he's like, oh, that looks so great. So I'm so excited to get going on decorating. So I can't wait to do that. So I don't know, I might do some this weekend, but I'll film it and show you what I do. And then if not, I'll show you next week if I don't get to it. We'll see how the weekend goes. But I'm like, I wanted to get editing because I didn't know how long the video would be, and then I'm like, oh, that's actually a long video, so you're gonna have a long video today. So I had to laugh about the juicing. Yeah, I didn't do good. Lauren did good. She got a kind of the cup for lunch and had it, and then she went downstairs to her room, and so then I saw the fried rice in the refrigerator. I'm like, I'm hungry today, so I got a bowl of fried rice and ate that for lunch. So sorry, Lauren, you'll never know unless you watch my videos. So I'll tell if she sees my videos or not. So much fun, no big deal. It tastes delicious, just like today was a hungry day. So I ate rice, I'm okay with that. And then I sampled the cookie when it was all hard. That's good too. So now what we're gonna do, I still have to finish the video, add audio to it, the music, and then be done. Dinner's ready. It's almost time for dinner. We're still only about 4 right now, so we got a little bit more time for dinner. I don't think anybody's too starving, so I think we're good. And then we just gotta heat up the meat, the beans, and the cheese in the microwave, put it with some chips, pull out the lettuce, put some salsa on it. It's good to go. And that's it. And then we're gonna, the kids wanna go to the park, so I'm gonna take them to the park. I'm hearing things. Go to the park, so I'll take them to the park, get them out, little run around a little bit. Might take Maxine, we'll see. Ruby runs around here. She gets to run, do some running, so she gets a lot of energy, but Maxine's inside. She's getting a little chunkier. I'm like, you might need to go for a walk today, so we'll see. We might do that. And then Greg and I are gonna go for a walk tonight, so we're gonna go meet at the park and get a nice long hour and a half walking. That'd be really nice because I missed out on yesterday, so I figured if I walk twice today, it kind of be like walking 2 days. So that's gonna be my goal. It's Friday, the weekend. I'm excited. No major plans for our weekend. Sunshine, I don't know. Maybe it'll be a swimming weekend. I don't know what we're gonna do. Might do some decorating. I know I don't have to cook because the food is already in there, which is great. So we might just enjoy. That's a good thing too. So I thank you guys for always watching, for always being here, your kind words, your comments. You're awesome. You are so awesome. And I thank you for your ideas. You guys have given me so many good ideas this week for games and things to put in Maxine and Ruby's Kong ball, all those good things. So I like those. So I thank you guys very much for doing this. So how about today, since it's Fragment Friday, you list in the comment section below some fragments that you are going to gather up this week to use up in your refrigerator, freezer, or pantry even to make a couple meals, right? Instead of having going out and buy things, let's gather those fragments. Let's bring that back now. Let's gather those fragments, and then so I don't have to go to the store and buy any more groceries. I'm sure we've got some fragments laying around that we can add up to make a meal. All right, we have ants. I'm stepping, I'm like, feeling something biting my foot. I'm like, what is that? It's an ant out here. So, all right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'm gonna get the kids, because it's not bad. Maybe we'll go park early. We might just do that because it's nice. And then I'm gonna see you guys again tomorrow for Abundantly Blessed. And then back on Monday again for Day in the Life, maybe decorating with Amy. We'll see what we decide to do. So thank you, kitty. That's what you, hello, pretty kitty. She's all full of dirt. So I thank you guys for watching, and we're gonna see you guys again tomorrow. Have a fantastic weekend. All right, we'll see you. Bye.